evening, another Sunday. By the way, we had to change to summertime. I hate it. You lose an hour. It's not only this, but until you get into this rhythm. So, yeah, what am I going to talk about today? First of all, I want to thank everybody who's following me, who has subscribed, and I hope many more to follow. In particular, answered and commented on my last week's video on the new Fujifilm GFX 100R. It turned out to be not controversial, but it was a very lively discussion. And it is one of my most successful, with more than 2.1K views. And this was really nice to see and a pleasure. And actually, it makes me feel, good that what I'm doing, I wouldn't say the work, but in many ways, it is work. And mostly Yasmina's who is filming again. By the way, with my Fujifilm X100 Mark VI, which turned out to be a magnificent replacement for the Canon R6 Mark II. Now, once again, this camera is, as I saw when I first really had all the news, and I see more and more reviews, but the best is from Hugh Brownstone, 3 Blind Men and an Elephant. I linked my last week's video with this particular one. Watch Hugh Brownstone. He is absolutely worth it. You don't need to watch much more. There are a few, the usual suspects. Peter is more of a show, when you know what I mean. Good entertainment. But if you really want to go to the bottom of things, Hugh Brownstone is the guy. Once again, and very shortly, Fujifilm GFX 100R is a great camera, a great experiment. It is certainly not a Leica killer. It is, as I explained, and I think everybody can watch it again or watch anew, it is certainly not for people like me who do my kind of photography. That leads me to the next point. I was repeatedly asked on my old channel, on my new channel, what kind of photography I'm doing. There are certain limits to what I can say and show with regard to YouTube's user creator conditions, but there is my Linktree / David Cohen link, and everybody, and even if you Google me, you find a lot of content of mine, and you will see what kind of work I'm doing. And all of this is mainly indoors, only with very few exceptions, and then it is just on natural available light. And therefore, this camera simply is not for me. In short, I was working with Playboy Italia, and ever since I'm doing this freelance. It is boudoir, lingerie, this kind of photography. You find me on every major platform. Upic I'm going to close because I used Upic only as a testing ground. Forget this platform. Now, Canon released 2 new cameras, creator-centered. For us, the most interesting is the V1 that many labeled, and this is how I understand Canon. It is funny to see a revival of all these cameras, which in the mid-2000s went extinct with everybody blaming smartphones and their increased photography capabilities. But obviously, there is something new going on. It's a new time. It's a different time. We didn't have influencers back then. We didn't have content creators. So I'm really glad about this development. Um, Other than this, it is time soon to get a little bit out. As you know, I'm mostly doing indoor shots and shootings. I will use that small window of spring because of climate change, of spring to do a little bit outdoors before it gets too hot, too bright, and simply unpleasant. I need light to play with it, to shape, to build moods, atmospheres. Everything that is like a bright summer day is bullshit. For me, it's not my kind of photography. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. But that's not me and will never be me. My whole understanding of my job has been very much shaped by Playboy aesthetics of the 70s and 80s. Well, I think for today, that's about it. And as always, I wish you a nice evening. As always, I remind you of the fact that you must take nothing for granted, least of all the person you share your life with. Be careful, make sure this person knows how you feel, that she or he is important to you, and talk about it. In that sense, wish you all the best and see you next week. Have a nice evening.